Well, it's all but confirmed Kylian Mbappe is leaving PSG and he's set to fulfill his boyhood dream of playing for Real Madrid. So I have moved Mbappe on Football Manager to Real Madrid starting as of the 1st of July 2024 to see if we can make Kylian Mbappe the best player the world has ever seen and to see if we can break Zinedine Zidane's record of 3 Champions Leagues in a row. It might sound easy, trust me, it's basically impossible. Winning 3 of the hardest competitions in a row. We're going to be looking to go one step further and make it 4. So welcome to the Real Madrid rebuild with Kylian Mbappe. Now, of course, he's not the only superstar in this team. We also have one of the best players in world football right now, Jude Bellingham. So it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to win more Ballon d'Ors, Bellingham or Mbappe. Get your comments in down below right now. Who's going to win, Bellingham or Mbappe? Personally, I'm Team Mbappe. He's the striker. He should win more Ballon d'Ors. But Bellingham on this game is just simply a joke. And he has kicked off his Real Madrid career in real life in different sort of form. He has been unbelievable. But Mbappe here at Real Madrid, he does look good in the white, in the Galacticos. I'm sure he's going to absolutely smash it. And that partnership alone, for me, is enough to go ahead and win a Champions League. But when you look at the whole team, you've got the likes of Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga as an inverted wingback, Eder Militao, Rudiger, Vázquez at right back, and Thibaut Courtois in goal. It might be the best team that has ever been assembled, and this is just the very start, because every single season I'm going to look to bring in my very own Galactico to add to this ridiculous team. So without further ado, I think we should pretty much get into it. The tactic is very, very standard. It's a 4-3-3. Nothing too special. I'll click through it for anyone that wants to go ahead and copy it. I don't know how good this tactic is going to be. I think it's going to be quite good, to be honest, looking at sort of the different positions and how it should work. Who knows, though? Let's be honest, it's Football Manager. We've got no idea how good this tactic could be, how good we can make it. But it's got an attacking instruction. We're going to be going for goals, as many as possible. Obviously, the staff here at Real Madrid is amongst the best in the world. Now, this save has been played over on Twitch for the majority of the save. Some of it has been off stream, some of it has been on stream, and the stories in this save have been simply ridiculous. So we'll sort of carry them on as we get into them. But last season, to touch on how Real Madrid finished off this season in real life, they did go ahead and win the 23-24 title with just 1 loss, which was at the very start of the season as well, because this is the realistic up-to-date database. It was a 3-1 loss against Atletico Madrid. So as things stand, they have not lost a game since the 24th of September 2023 in the Liga. Let's see how long we can keep that run going for and get into the first season as Real Madrid manager. Well, the Champions League is what matters, and that is what we are looking to win 4 times in a row. In the league phase, we got off to a fantastic start, finishing in 3rd place, just a point behind league rivals Atletico Madrid and 2 points behind PSG, even though we've got Mbappe and they haven't. We were lucky enough in the round of 16 to get set up against Celtic, and we battered them 5-1, so a nice easy draw in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, lucky enough to go ahead and batter Porto, but to set up a semi-final of the ages, one against our league rivals Barcelona. And the first leg was at the Nou Camp, and Valverde got us to a fantastic start, slipping the ball through to that man Kylian Mbappe to make it 1-0. We're going to see lots of highlights of Mbappe running very, very fast and scoring lots and lots of goals. Pedri, Van Ferran Torres to find Lewandowski to make it 1-1, but it was not over there at the Nou Camp as Lucas Vázquez throws it in to Valverde, finds Mbappe, backstick cross to Vini Jr., knocks it down to Modric and makes it 2-1, and a final goal from Barcelona pegged us back to 2-2, but 2 goals away from home at the Nou Camp. I was confident of taking this back to the Bernabeu and getting through to the Champions League final in season 1. And there's a certain little Brazilian wonder kid we haven't mentioned just yet who's going to get us off to the perfect start in this one. Of course, it's that man Endrick, putting us 1 goal ahead, and as Barcelona look to play out from the back, Vinicius Jr. poaches the ball away from Koundé, blasts into the 2 yard away from the goalkeeper and batters it home for 2-0, and we weren't done because Vini Jr. finds Camavinga, ball is cleared to Ferland Mendy, he wants a slice of the pie, a screamer from 30 yards makes it 3-0, 5-2 in aggregate, and we were through to the Champions League final, where of course we're up against Manchester City. The clash of titans, Haaland versus Mbappe, Bernardo Silva versus Jude Bellingham, and Bernardo Silva got City off to a fantastic start, making it 1-0, but we had a player of our own who was very, very special. Vinicius Jr. finds Jude Bellingham, and he wins that battle to make it 1-1, and the 2 superstars had scored a goal each already, and Vini Jr. wasn't done there. An unbelievable over the top to Kylian Mbappe to slide it past Edison, and our superstars were coming out on top until the 83rd minute. where Jack Grealish finds a cross into that man Erling Haaland to make it 2-2, and both team superstars had all scored goals. And in the 108th minute, Rodri decided to make Man City Champions League winners in what seems to be one of the clutchest goals of all time, and makes this rebuild a lot harder. You thought it was going to be easy winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Well, I set the goal to be 4 Champions Leagues goals in a row. And now we've got to win 4 in 4 seasons. That is left in the rebuild. So there is going to be some serious Galacticos going ahead and being signed. Now, we did win the Copa del Rey 3-2 here against Barcelona. And we also went ahead and beat them 3-1 in the Supercopa de España. Now, I'm not going to be touching too much on these competitions. We are the best team in the league by quite some distance with these brand new signings. And every season, a brand new Galactico to make that Champions League goal even realer. So we're not going to be looking at concentrating them too much. It's not that impressive. What is impressive is an invincible season with 94 goal difference and 100 points, which I believe is the first time has ever been achieved in La Liga history. What a first season. Mbappe there with 21 goals, outclassed by Borja Iglesias of all players. Ignore him. Mbappe is the star. As we look through the team overview, 121 goals, conceding just 27 and keeping 59% of the ball. And our star players this season were the people you'd expect. Mbappe, 42 goals. Vinicius Jr., 20 and 13 assists. Rodrigo, 17 and 13. Jude Bellingham, 15 and 17. Valverde, 9 and 13. But that man, Endrick, is who I want to touch on because he looks like an absolute superstar. Just one season in, 21 starts, 17 off the bench, 19 goals and 2 assists. He's got great finishing composure and pace already. I hope this guy turns into what he could be in real life, because a front three of Endrick, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. is incredibly exciting, and that leaves the likes of Rodrigo and Arda Güler on the bench, which is even more scary as to how good this Real Madrid side is. But Endrick looks like a superstar, and genuinely over the course of this rebuild, he's going to become one of the best players in the world. Now, Mbappe wasn't the only signing we made last summer. We also brought in Endrick's pal, Luis Guilherme from Palmeiras. He's got fantastic potential, great flair, great pace, dribbling, crossing, etc. It was just a nice little storyline on stream, really, to bring in Endrick's good pal, Luis Guilherme. And finally, the last player we signed was Leny Yoro, a fantastic young centre-back who is absolutely smashing it in real life. 16 determination, 16 jump and reach, fantastic defensive attitudes, but this guy is going to get a massive buff on the winter update, and when that winter update comes out, the content here on the Kempy channel is going to be absolutely incredible. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. There is around 80% of you that are not subscribed. If you enjoy these videos and you like what we put out here on the channel, subscribe to the channel. 7.5k by March is my goal. Make sure we get there. Subscribe to the channel. It helps me massively and makes my dreams come true. And Leny Yoro is also going to make my dreams come true. Obviously, we're not going to do too much on the tactic. The tactic was fantastic last season. We're bringing through quite a lot of young players as well and playing them. Players like Montilo, Andre Lunin, whereas Mario Martin, Noel Lopez are all going to come in and out of the academy and hopefully grow into fantastic players. And as we know, here at Real Madrid, the Wonder Kid farm is going to just keep on happening. Fantastic youth recruitment, youth facilities, training facilities, reputations ridiculous. Players come through the under-19s, really had a couple of 5 stars, I believe. Juan Sanchez as a 16-year-old striker looks absolutely ridiculous with 10 finishing, 8 composure, but 16 first touch. Give me pure Raul vibes, even with the haircut as well. But let's get into Season 2 and see what Galactico is here to come in next. Can Antonio Silva be a Galactico? I think he could be. Again, looking like one of the best young centre-backs in world football. Here on Football Manager, he's extremely consistent. He has unbelievable defensive work and 16 natural fitness, 15 determination, 16 caps for Portugal at 21 years of age at a price point of £56 million after having back-to-back 7.1 on average up seasons. Unbelievable player on Football Manager, could be a ridiculous player in real life as well. And again, very Real Madrid, Portuguese, young. I can just feel Antonio Silva ending up there as well. Another player we've picked from the Portuguese league is Ivan Fresneda, back in Spain after leaving Real Valladolid to join Sporting. We've decided to make this guy our starting superstar right back and replace Vazquez and Dani Carvajal. Young, just 20 years of age, a value of £70 million, consistent, very quick, very good defensively, but also unbelievable going forward. So welcome Ivan Fresneda and Antonio Silva as the two main signings. There's a few little signings coming in, like Adam Asnu, another Spanish player that had left Barcelona to go and join Bayern Munich. Well, guess what? He's now in Madrid, Real Madrid, a fantastic young left back at just 19 years of age. William Clem is our next signing. If you've not seen the Copenhagen rebuild, that absolutely banged and you guys seem to absolutely love it. This guy we had for one season and dipped to a team like Real Madrid. So we've decided to be the Real Madrid and get one of the best wonder kid DMs on the game here at Madrid. A fantastic 20-year-old Danish central defensive midfielder. Marcos Leonardo is the next one, also from Benfica. Purely a rotation option, can play left wing or in striker. Young, Brazilian, fits the Real Madrid vibe very, very much. And the last one is also from the Portuguese league. I didn't realise how much I poached them. Is Roger Fernandes, 19 years old, Portuguese, 18 flair, very quick, very good dribbling. Ronaldo vibes, purely Ronaldo vibes, pure pace, pure flair, great at dribbling. Let's see what he can turn into as well. In terms of sales, there wasn't too many. Ferland Mendy ended up leaving the club to go and join HALA on a free contract. He's now on £975,000 a week. I'm sure he's enjoying his time in Saudi Arabia. That is it in terms of sales. That is it in terms of incomings, which means our tactic is looking like so. With Courtois in goal, Fresneda, Eder Militao, Rudiger, Camavinga as the back four, Tchouameni in DM, Bellingham and Valverde in centre mid, Endrick, Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe. It doesn't even stop there because the backups are ridiculous. Andre Lunin, Jesus Fortea as our backup right back as a wonder kid through the academy. Yeni Yoro, Antonio Silva, a fantastic young centre-back partnership. Adam Asnu, William Clem, Arda Güler, Toni Kroos, Rodrigo, Roger Fernandes, Marcos Leonardo, Montillo, Ramon Soler, Luis Guilherme, Juan Sanchez, Victor and Menendez. The quality here at Madrid is simply ridiculous, but we need to go ahead and lift that Champions League trophy to complete the goal of winning 4 in a row. Pressure is on, 4 in a row. See what we can do in season 2. After listening to that, you might think I'm a rapper. I am not a rapper. That was just some free spitting bars here from Kempi, but a massive thank you for the support recently on the channel. The last 2 videos have been absolutely fantastic and we are gearing up to the winter update. So there is going to be lots of more rebuilds coming out on the channel and versus rebuilds as well. And the place to get the rebuild files is in the Patreon link down below. And if you can help support on there in any way, like the legends on screen, there is over 100 members in there that are free members and paid members as well. You get access to the videos when they come out straight away, and obviously on Patreon when you pay that £5 tier you get them rebuild files. So every single rebuild we do, the rebuild files get uploaded and you can help support the channel and help get them as well. If you're looking for a brand new save, that could be the perfect place for you to pick up. You might have watched into season 3 of the Copenhagen rebuild. I wanted to try the challenge for yourself and see if I could beat it before the end of it, so maybe that's what you want to go ahead and pick up. Patreon down below helps me out massively. Let's get into season 2. So last season's 100-point season in La Liga wasn't good enough for me. We got 104 points this season, 101 goal difference, and Mbappe took not winning the Golden Boot personally and decided to go from 21 goals to just the 43 goals. We are the best team the world has ever seen. I'm putting my name on it right now. Rodrigo with 20 assists as well was simply outrageous. We had a 101 goal difference because we scored 131 goals, kept 58% percentage of the ball, and only conceded 30 goals all season. A simply ridiculous season in that one in the Copa del Rey. We also went ahead and beat Valencia, 3-2 winners in that one, to be back-to-back Copa del Rey winners, but sadly not back-to-back Copa del Super Copa del España winners, as Barcelona beat us 1-0. But guess what, Barca? You can have that one because, you know, you can't not win the La Liga or win anything else and get all salty and angry about it, because we're going to give you that one, okay? You can go ahead and deal with that one. Now, in the league phase this time, things were a little bit more difficult. We end up finishing in 19th on 10 points. Not the greatest of returns for us, means we're in the knockout playoff round, where poor Celtic get drawn against us again, which is just a bit unfair, really, isn't it? Back-to-back seasons we've drawn up against them. Round of 16, we played PSG and battered them 4-3, which was absolutely fantastic. Before setting up the quarterfinals against Chelsea, we won 6-2 on aggregate with a convincing 4-0 win at the Bernabeu to set us up into the semi-finals. Where I was going to show you the highlights, but we got incredibly nice facing up against Nice. We managed to scrape through 4-3 winners on aggregate thanks to an 86th minute Federico Valverde goal, and we were into the final of the Champions League in back-to-back years. And of course, there was only ever going to be one team standing in our way, and that is Real Madrid, with Elise finding Pepe at the back stick to make Real Madrid 1-0 leaders in the 69th minute before the 90th minute, where a ball over to Vinicius Jr. Jr. goes one-on-one, blasts it past Edison to make it 1-1 and sends the game to extra time with Vinicius Jr. put on the performance of a lifetime. He's playing up front for some reason due to injuries. He goes ahead and blasts it home for 2-1 to get his second of the game. William Clem in the Champions League final finds Valverde on the left-hand side, gets it into Vinny Jr. That's a Champions League hat-trick in the 119th minute. And we tried to, make things a little bit more interesting. Courtois gave the ball to Haaland, who almost bottled it, but made it 3-2 before Vinicius Jr. decided he wanted to put his final stamp on the game, getting his 4th goal in a Champions League final, an extra time hat-trick, a cheeky chip to finish things off. And we were down to 10 men after Mbappe got sent off. So thank you, Mbappe, but Champions League is here at Madrid, and Vinicius Jr. scores 4 goals in a Champions League final. I don't think we will ever see anything like that ever again. A 4-2 victory. The Champions League is finally back at Madrid, the first time since 2021-22, and obviously this role right up here on the top right that you can see is what we are looking to complete. 2015-16, 16-17, 17-18, the 3 in a row. We want that, but one step better, making it 4 in a row. Are we going to be able to do it? I genuinely don't know. If Mbappe keeps up this ridiculous form, it's going to be a little bit easier. 54 goals in 58 games. Vinicius Jr. with 24 in 45. And Endrick, again, 20 goals, only 19 years of age. Unbelievable. Jude Bellingham, 14 and 16. Rodrigo, 12 and 22. Valverde, 11 and 13. And Toni Kroos, 11 and 16. Arda Güler is certainly a background player in this rebuild. 8 starts, 26 off the bench, but 8 goals and 7 assists. And his stats looking as good as they are is certainly going to have a big old part to play in this rebuild. As is Kylian Mbappe and lifting the Ballon d'Or, as he has finally lifted one in the 24-25 season. The first for the Frenchman. He is very excited. Hopefully we can continue to add to that one. His arch nemesis Erling Haaland coming in 2nd place, and Bukayo Saka in 3rd place. Wasn't the most interesting thing though that happened in this Ballon d'Or ceremony, as somehow we didn't have anyone win the Copa Trophy. Endrick has just scored 20 goals in a Champions League winning season and scored 19 in the season we got to the final of it and won a domestic treble and was not even put up to the task. It was one of Diomande, Scalvini and Hugo Larsson. Maybe this is just our scouting for next season. Now, I've not touched on finances at all so far in this rebuild because, to be honest, money comes off trees here in Madrid, and we've got £253 million in transfer budget, and I'm not proud of it. There's £7 million a week to spend on wage budget. We are breaking all sort of financial barriers. This realistic rebuild, well, this isn't a realistic rebuild in any way, shape or form. This is about pure fun, pure vibes, and seeing how many trophies Mbappe can win at Real Madrid in just 5 years. And if with Mbappe, Madrid can win 4 Champions Leagues in a row. So let's get into season 3 signings. Young Portuguese seems to be the way of this rebuild. Welcome João Neves, and surprisingly not signed from Benfica because I decided I wanted him. And I went ahead and paid an extra £43 million to Arsenal after they just paid £57 million for him to bring in João Neves for £100 million to Real Madrid. Now, yes, he is unbelievable. Yes, we've got Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Jude Bellingham, but both Luka Modric and Toni Kroos have left the club or at the very end of their careers. So just bringing in a youngster like João Neves just makes sense because we're the best team in the world. Let's get the best in, and this team is just an absolute joke. He wasn't the only signing we made. We also decided to splash £43 million on bringing in João Harto to be another young backup centre-back. So we've got Harto and Lenny Yoro as our backups because I believe Rudiger has left the club. I'll have to check that in just a second. So Antonio Silva is now a first-team centre-back with Eder Militao, with Harto and Yoro as backups. That is exciting. A very good young core. This guy is fantastic as well. Great jump and reach fitness. Pace is brilliant on the centre back as well. 6'2", great defensively. Just 20 years of age. Very, very exciting. The last one was a £1.8 million signing for a young striker in Oscar Tello because I just thought, why not try and bring in all the best wonder kids across the country as well and make this team even better. Now, I am correct. Rudiger has left the club to Manchester City, so we'll see if he comes and bites us in the bum at City and tries tries to win a Champions League with them. The team is looking great. Courtois in goal, Fresneda, Militao, Silva, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Valverde, Vini Jr., Rodrigo, Mbappe, Lunin, Fortea, Euro, Hato, Asnu, Clem, Gula, Joao Neves, Endrick, Roger Fernandez, Marcus Leonardo. So young, so exciting, and genuinely one of the best teams I've ever seen on Football Manager. I'm not saying I'm amazing at the game by playing with a team like this, but winning 4 Champions Leagues in a row would be incredibly impressive. So let's see if we can kick it off to a good start and win 2 in a row. Well, season 3 was the year of Barcelona. They were a real thorn in our sides and knocked us out in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey, where they went on to go ahead and win it and scared us to think we might not win every single trophy that is possible, because also the Supercopa, we got lost in the final against Atletico Madrid on penalties, and we've given a trophy away to Barcelona and to Atletico Madrid, which is absolutely shocking on my behalf. I'm absolutely devastated at that one. And in the league, well, we went ahead and won that one, but only just 2 points ahead of Barcelona. We're on 96, Barca on 94, Atletico Madrid on 66. What on earth is that drop off? Nearly 30 points clear for Barcelona and actually 30 points clear for us. Just 19 goals for Mbappe, a 7.73 for Rodrigo, a 7.51 for Mbappe as well, and 12 assists for Mbappe. We were absolutely fantastic this season, both with an 82 goal difference. Barcelona scored 107, we scored 101. We only conceded 19, Barcelona conceding 25, and we're just a defensively better team. And something that has been even more impressive in this rebuild so far that we have touched on is the 24th of September 2023 was the last time Real Madrid ended up losing a game, and the whole of the second season we went unbeaten. The whole of the third season we went unbeaten, and it was this year on the 13th of September 2026 that Real Madrid finally lost a game, nearly making it 3 years of no losses for Real Madrid. And there was a news article which I haven't got saved, which is around, I think, 120-ish games unbeaten for Real Madrid, which is simply outrageous. I have never done anything like this in any save I've ever done on Football Manager, and regardless of how good the team is, you've still got to admit that's pretty damn impressive. And getting to back Champions League finals is also quite impressive, especially against Manchester City as well. And Jude Bellingham puts a goal ahead in just 6 minutes before Rodrigo whipped the ball into Eder Militao, who doesn't quite win it. Vini Jr., last year's hero, finds his old pal Rodrigo to make it 2-0, and we were going to run rampant in this game. Rodrigo, a ball into Valverde, sets it through, an unbelievable pass to Mbappe to make it 3-0. And like I said, it wasn't the end. Valverde, a ball over the top. Mbappe is just too fast for the Manchester City defence. He makes it 4-0 against Manchester City in 39 minutes. And do we want a fifth? Yes, we do. Mbappe wanted a fifth, whipped it into Bellingham with a back stick to make it 5-0 against Manchester City in 40 minutes in a Champions League final. Embarrassing for Manchester City. They are going to go ahead and get a goal back from Zakagini in the 42nd minute to make it 5-1. And guess what? A 5-2. Bernardo Silva to Sergio Milinkovic-Savic finds that geezer De Bruyne. He makes it 5-2, but it wasn't enough. 5-2 winners, back-to-back Champions League finals against Manchester City. Can we play you every week? Was going out of the stadium here at the Stade Denis in the Stade de France, and we were absolutely buzzing. Back-to-back Champions League winners, 3 finals in a row. If we were to go ahead and do this, it would be 5 finals in a row and 4 winners, and we were off to a fantastic start. The team is just playing outrageous. Endrick this season, 24 goals and 7 assists. We look at his stats, they've grown a little bit from last time. He's now 20 years old, 4 caps for Brazil and a goal, 16 finishing, 15 determination, ridiculous pace, and actually looking at his development and his progress in every single attribute since the start of this rebuild, he has grown just a little bit, pretty much 2/3 in every single attribute. He has been fantastic, as had Jude Bellingham, 14 goals, 14 assists. There's so many gold stats on the screen, I don't even know where to look. Now 52 caps for England with 6 goals. Have England managed to win anything? Probably not, let's be honest. Let's check 2026. I mean, we're not anything in 2026. Something's gone incredibly wrong. I mean, what on earth? We lost in the Euros finals. We didn't make the World Cup in 2026. Wow. Is Southgate still in charge? Yeah, England's corrupt, mate. Ignore England, they are corrupt. And I was just making sure I've not actually missed something there and I'm not absolutely tripping. I've just clicked through every single thing in this results thing. England didn't actually get to the 2026 World Cup. Southgate, you deserve to be sacked right this second. France beat Norway, so Mbappe has gone ahead and won the World Cup. Does that mean he wins back-to-back Ballon d'Ors? What do you think? Of course he has. Unbelievable from Mbappe. 58 games, 54 goals and 15 assists in that calendar year is simply ridiculous. And did we have someone also in the Copper Trophy? Sadly not. That went to Gavi, who went ahead and won that one. Our player, João Neves, obviously the first half of the season was at Arsenal. The second half of the season was with us coming second, and Lamine Yamal coming in third as well. So Barcelona developing their own talent is extremely, extremely exciting. But we are the dominant team. Season 4, who is next to come into this ridiculous Real Madrid team? Why not bring in Alphonso Davies? I mean, it's simply pointless. And guess what? When we signed him, he only wanted to be a squad player as well. I mean, it doesn't actually say that there, but it just shows how simply ridiculous this Real Madrid side is. That 26-year-old Alphonso Davies, one of the best left-backs in the world, with 19 pace, 19 acceleration, 17 dribbling, playing as that inverted wing-back, is going to be so good. He's just a squad player. He's so consistent. He loves big matches and cost us a grand total of £72 million. He's here at Madrid, and I'm very, very excited. And the only other signing we made was a young CDM from Brazil called John Childs, who has 5-star potential from Athletic Mineiro. Just why not bring him in? Like I said, I want to try and find as many Wonder Kids as possible. So if anyone for some reason wants to pick this save up on Patreon, you have got the most ridiculous Wonder Kids also at the club that you can go ahead and smash it with. So welcome in John Charles and the legend that is Alphonso Davies. I mean, the team hasn't changed too much. It's very, very similar. In fact, all the difference is Alphonso Davies is a backup left back. The rest is all the exact same. So I'm not going to go through it. We're going to just fly straight into it. Season 4. Huzzah! I missed the signing. Achraf Hakimi also come into the club to be a backup right back, and this is at the end of the season. So you can see the stats at the bottom was purely a rotation option. 20 games, 17 off the bench, 2 goals and 5 assists. And Ivan Fresneda is as good, if not better, than this man. So a very exciting time to be a Real Madrid fan. Hakimi, Alphonso Davies, both on the wing backs as well. Apologies, I may have made the wrong save file. It's all good. You join me here in La Liga Santander, where we've got 102 points and have all 3 in the assists, in the average rating, and in the goals column. Things are a little bit good. A 123 goal difference. 33 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, 102 points. We scored 147 goals in one season, while also being the best team defensively on just 24 goals conceded, still keeping 56% of the ball. Just a ridiculous, ridiculous season, and that is now 5 trophies in a row in the La Liga for Real Madrid, and we have asserted ourselves as the best team Spain has ever seen. Now in the Copa del Rey, we didn't go ahead and win that one. We've sort of sacked that off now, and that's the excuse I'm going to use also for the Supercopa de España. They're too little of trophies for us to win anymore. The La Liga and the Champions League is all we care about. And in the league phase of this one, we went ahead and come second, and our arch rivals Manchester City, of course, went ahead and won it. We go straight into the round of 16. We faced off against PSG and come out just about 2-1 winners before getting to the quarterfinals and facing up against Inter Milan, winning the game 5-2, heading to the semi-finals for 4 years in a row. We faced up against Liverpool, and despite a Hakimi red card, we're going to go ahead and take the lead. Fresneda the ball in, and that man Endrick blasts it home to make it 1-0. And here at Anfield, Liverpool decided they needed to get a goal in, and Holmgren Pedersen found Mohamed Salah to find Darwizi in the 86th minute to make it 1-1, setting up a tie at the Bernabeu. The winner heads to the Champions League final. Surely we're not there again. Well, we are going to be if Jude Bellingham's got anything to say with it. Valverde, Tchouameni, Endrick, that man Jude blasts it home for 1-0 in the first minute of the game against Liverpool. We head into the second half, and Jarell Harto bursts on the left-hand side, gets the ball in the box, and Arda Güler at the back stick makes it 2-0 in 60 minutes. And we weren't done. Mbappe the corner, Fresneda the header, 3-0 winners. We're in the final again against Manchester City. Again, and we got off to a very worrying start. That man Zakagini, the goal scorer from last season's Champions League final, put them 1-0 ahead, and as they tried to counter-attack, Harto stepped in to send the ball over the top to that man Endrick to blast it home for 1-1 in the 42nd minute, and Vinicius Jr. decided to give us the lead. Mbappe with a corner in, headed down Harto, Bellingham, Vinny Jr. 2-1. And that was all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Champions League winners again. 3 in a row, all against Manchester City. As a United fan, this is quite fun and quite exciting. We are just battering City season after season in the Champions League, and I couldn't be happier with how this season has gone. Mbappe, 47 goals and 17 assists. Endrick, 29 goals and 9 assists. Bellingham, 25 goals, 11 assists. Vinicius Jr., 19 and 18. Rodrigo, 17 and 13. Valverde, 9 and 19. Ardagula, 8 and 3. Camavinga, 8 and 11. We're just ridiculous. We're progressing into one of the best teams the world has ever seen. And quite simply, I don't need any signings anymore. I have built this team to be one of the best teams we'll ever see in the history of planet Earth. So season 5, I'm so confident of making this 4 in a row because we have just matched Zizou's 3 in a row. I'm not going to do any signings whatsoever because it's simply not fair. Mbappe has won 3 Ballon d'Ors in a row, and we've finally got a winner of the Copper Trophy as well, with Endrick winning that one. So we are the best team in the world, winning every single competition, winning the Ballon d'Or, the Copper Trophy, the Champions League, the La Liga with plus 100 points in every single season bar one. So signings would just be rude. So let's fire straight in. The end of season 5. Are we going to win 4 Champions Leagues in a row? What a redemption arc. The Supercopa de España, the biggest trophy in Spain, we say. Here we have now won 2-0 against Atletico Madrid, finally lifting that trophy the first time since 24-25. It doesn't mean a lot, but it's something. And a 6-0 win in the final of the Copa del Rey also means we're winners of this one in 28-29 for the first time since 25-26. We're on a mission to leave Spanish clubs with absolutely no trophies. So the La Liga Santander, 106 points, 115 goal difference, 35 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, and no Kylian Mbappe in the top charts. Now you might be wondering, what on earth is going on? Well, Bellingham scored 26 goals, Endrick scored 19 goals, and Mbappe is nowhere to be seen because on the 14th of October, Mbappe broke his leg. So for this whole season, until really the end of March, start of April, we had no Mbappe due to a broken leg and still pulled off the treble in Spain. The La Liga, the Copa del Rey and the Supercopa de España. But did we manage to keep ourselves strong in the Champions League? We blasted through the league phase with 21 points, a point behind PSG this time, leaving Man City in our dust. They're in 3rd place on 19. We head to the round of 16. We got luckily faced up against Galatasaray. We absolutely smashed them and headed to the quarterfinals, facing up against Inter Milan, winning 4-2 against them as well, setting up a semi-final against Bayern Munich. A boring 1-0 victory. A final here you can see against PSG. No Man City in sight. It was going to be a different task if we were to lift 4 in a row. And the unthinkable got off to a fantastic start. Fede Valverde down the right finds Rodrigo, ball in the box, and Jude Bellingham blasts it home to make it 1-0. Mbappe back in the team finds Tchouaméni, Fresneda, Rodrigo, back to Rodrigo, into Vinny Jr. 2-0 just before half time, and PSG capitulate. A red card for them is absolute misery, and we're going to go ahead and swarm them. Mbappe, Bellingham, Endrick all linking up 3-0. PSG weren't done. In the 90th minute, they decided to turn up. Ugarte scores to make it 3-1. But we know we couldn't leave this reboot of us not scoring the final goal of the challenge. So Bellingham finds Endrick, the man to cap it all off. A 4-1 victory in the Champions League. And as we click on that lovely Champions League trophy, it's 4 in a row for Real Madrid, something that has never been done before. The famous Zinedine Zidane got 3 in a row between the years of 2015 and 2018, and the famous Kempe XI with 4 in a row between 2025 and 2029. A task which I didn't think was possible, but here it is. We've completed it. The likes of Endrick, 40 goals and 18 assists in 40 appearances. Jude Bellingham, 39 goals, 18 assists in 42 games. Might be the best player I've ever used on FM. Mbappe, 23 and 27 starts, even with a broken leg. Valverde dropping 20 and 21. Rodrigo, 20 and 18. Vinicius Jr., 20 and... Rodrigo, 10 and 19. Vinicius Jr., 20 and 18. A ridiculous team, a ridiculous season. And to cap it all off, it wasn't only 4 Champions Leagues Mbappe won in a row. It was also 4 Ballon d'Ors. And that man Bellingham comes second. I am absolutely sure if I was to simulate to the end of December, he would have himself a Ballon d'Or as well, because if anyone deserves it after this season, it is that man Jude. Mbappe has taken over the world. Real Madrid are the best team we have ever seen. So get ready for the future, lads, because Real Madrid are taken over. If you haven't watched this video, down here is the unbelievable Copenhagen video, which you guys have absolutely loved. Make sure to like it, watch it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.